What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about a very strange story, which is that apparently Sony is now using the PlayStation 4 and soon the PlayStation 5 to record your conversations, and if you happen to say a bad word, you may be banned. Or at least, that's the fear. So I want to try and just go over the facts and clear up some misconceptions, but let's start off with what's actually going on. So this is the PlayStation blog, and today we're talking about the System Update 8.0. Now, what I think this is honestly, we're coming up to the end of the PlayStation 4. The PS5 is just a couple weeks away. I believe that this is going to be the final major patch. It's the last chance for them to try and, smooth everything out. Make this as efficient as possible before they kind of move on to the next generation of systems. Well, this patch has caused a lot of problems, from hard crashes to cloud save issues, and it seems like this is all about one thing, which is trying to make your PlayStation 4 a little bit more like social media. It makes it easier to try and do stuff like right here. Following this update, party messages will be more tightly linked together, and you'll see changes to the UI. Both apps will now use the groups of players for party chat and message exchanges. Now, this all seems fine. Everybody wants to try and be social media. I think they're trying to make it where people are more encouraged to, share memes, show clips, make the community of PlayStation more integral. That makes sense, but people have noticed a very strange message that pops up when you join a party. This is a screenshot that somebody sent me. We want the PlayStation Network to be fun for everyone, which is why we have a community code of conduct. That's basically the set of rules that if you break, you can get permabanned. Please be aware that voice chat in parties may be recorded and sent to us by other users. By participating in voice chats, you agree that your voice is being recorded. Let me just say that again. You agree to your voice being recorded. If you're playing the PlayStation 4 currently, you are being recorded as soon as you join a party. When behaviors that violate the community code of conduct are reported, PlayStation Safety will review the reports and check back if there have been genuine violations. These recordings will only be used by the safety and moderation purposes for the PlayStation Safety. Now, this to me isn't a huge shock. I think in the technological age, we have to realize that we're probably always being monitored by somebody, whether it be your Google search results, your freaking YouTube analytics, everything is being recorded somewhere. But it seems like a lot of people right now are really afraid of this. I have seen a lot of people saying just to give a hypothetical, I did see one of my subscribers basically saying okay, what if I have a long, very crappy day at work, I decide to go home and hop into voice chat with my high school buddies, and we're like, F my boss, F that place, I want to burn the factory down, and they're joking, will I get perma-banned? It doesn't seem like it. It does seem like this is something where you have to be reported. It does sound like anytime you're in a voice chat, people are just recording it, but I think that people are a little bit nervous about this stuff because there have been some strange cases in the past of the government listening into voice chat conversations. This is a super old story, but I had to bring it up. It's honestly one of my favorite stories that I've ever seen on the internet. It's from 2013, but it's basically the nationals, the NSA, the people that track intelligence. They were using World of Warcraft to try and find some really bad people. American and British spy agencies apparently believe that there are some real-life people that are lurking among the elves, gnomes, and trolls of online gaming. For the past several years, the National Security Agency and its British counterpart, the Government Communications Headquarters, have secretly monitored activity and harvested data from the massively multiplayer online games like World of Warcraft and Second Life. Now, part of the reason they've done this, the theory behind it was that bad people are trying to find new ways to communicate. They want to try and just do something that isn't straight up a phone call or an email, right? They want to be able to try and have all their dastardly plans and terrible plots in a way that's a little bit away from prying eyes. And the idea was that if these people were smart, maybe they would just go to online games to talk. Maybe that stuff would get harvested at some point by PlayStation, but it sounds like this is mostly just trying to stop people from, spraying the N-word all over the internet. Now, after this started happening, in the last couple minutes, Sony has now released a follow-up statement because this is actually a trending hashtag right now. People are very, very upset about this very strangely insidious sounding update. Now, if we go into here, right here, update. Following this update, users are seeing a notification about party safety and the voice chat in parties may be recorded. Voice chat recording is for moderation, is a feature that will be available on PlayStation 5. I just want to read this again. I'm stumbling over my words because this is still just such a strange story. Voice chat recording for moderation is a feature that will be available on the PlayStation 5 when it launches and will enable users to record their voice chats on PlayStation 5 and then submit them for moderation review. The pop-ups you're seeing right now on the PlayStation 4 is to let you know that when you participate in chats on the PlayStation 5 post-launch, they may submit those recordings for the PlayStation 5 to the Sony Entertainment. I mean, this is strange, but I think we're just going to have to deal with it. If you're one of those people that absolutely never wants to be recorded, if you're one of those people that, like, as soon as you even think a camera is nearby, you're like, all right, I got to make sure I can't be voice recognized. I mean, you need to realize that, like, as I try and softly put my mask on, everything is being recorded. It sucks. This is the digital future. If you're a big fan of the show like iRobot, or you're like a fan of Anonymous or whatever, guess what? You're always being recorded. But I don't think that this is like Sony's plot to get you permabanned. I don't think they're doing this to try and screw you over. They're not trying to take away your platinum trophies. I think they're doing this just to try and kind of cull some of the really awful language in certain spots of the internet. I've been seeing less of it, to be perfectly honest. A lot of the really awful, like, stupid stuff that people said in Call of Duty, Xbox 360 days and stuff, that all seems to have kind of died out. I mean, there is still some morons out there, but it just seems like maybe Sony is trying to set a precedent that they can stomp out the morons and jerks before they go into next generation. And let's face it, they're probably doing this to avoid some sort of, like, giant scandal down the road. But I guess we're going to find out how this becomes applicable in the future. What do you think? Are you at all nervous about the future of PlayStation being very, very, very transparent? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. It is very funny to me how many of y'all sent me this story. A lot of people were like, DreamcastGuy, talk about them recording you. Look, buddy, I think everybody's recording everybody. I'm being recorded right now. I'm on camera. All right, bad joke. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.